Hey, yo, RVA News and Culture, man. You
Yes,
feel
sir.
me?
We in here.
First interview of 2023, man. We got a special guest in here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself,
Yo,
man.
what's good? It's your boy Mal, aka A Mal You Cooking, coming live, locked in with RVA News and Culture. We about to do the damn thing. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, bro. So, where you from, man?
I'm from an area in Virginia called King and Queen County.
Yeah.
It's like outside of like West Point, New Kent, that area. But I've been living in Richmond since like second grade. I think like 2002 is when I moved out here. But you know, I always rep KQ where I'm from for real. So.
All right. What made you move to the city, bro?
I mean, it wasn't necessarily my choice to move out here. My parents, moved out here or whatever. When I was in school, we just, more opportunity and stuff like that. More jobs and better jobs and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So, look, what made you want to become an artist?
For me, it's kind of always been around. So my stepdad was a sound engineer and producer and stuff like that. So, like we always had a studio in the crib. I grew up on the north side of Richmond in those apartments right behind the BP gas station. And we had a studio in our apartment. That's where 2915 kind of was born, or where it came from. That was the name of the apartment that we was in. And we just always had people, artists coming in and out recording with him. And then from there, it's kind of like when I first was introduced to it. And then ever since then, it was kind of just like something I always wanted to get into. So that's really what it is, just growing into it.
Mm-hmm. What about producing though?
Same thing.
Oh, so you got the music and producing at the same time?
No, so I got into producing and engineering first. I was just making beats on my stepdad computer, and what ended up happening? Around this time, we ended up moving to Chesterfield, so we moved from the city to the county. I started going to high school at LC Byrd High School, and there was a lot of artists there. I had the equipment, so I'm just like, y'all want to come through, record, you know what I'm saying? Ended up growing from me rapping on my own trash beats to getting other people to get on them, you know what I'm saying? Just growing and working with different artists and, learning how to artist develop and really produce songs and do the same thing for myself, and it just kind of grew into that for real, so.
Okay. Give me 3 artists and 3 producers that motivated you, bro.
Ooh, 3 artists and 3 producers that motivated me. So, producer-wise, I would say Pharrell, 40, and Lex. Artist-wise for me, it would be, I would have to do a top 5. So artist-wise, top 5, it would be Wale, Fat Trail, Drake, Jay-Z, and that last one. Hold on, let me see. Probably Mac Miller.
That's a different top 5, right?
Wait, did I say Chief Keef?
No, you didn't.
Shit. All right, let's swap Chief for Mac, but Mac is like an honorable mention. But yeah, like those 5 are like they built my sound basically for real. That's all I was really listening to, and like the artists that I was recording all the time. So like those are like my direct influences to make my style. So.
Why do you think Richmond get overlooked, bro?
I don't really think Richmond get overlooked. I feel like a lot of it really just be mentality, and like if the narrative and the mentality is everybody is overlooking us, then subconsciously that's what we're gonna create. You know what I'm saying? If more people moved and carried it, like, you know what I'm saying, Richmond is where it's at, and people need to have their eyes here, and you know what I'm saying, we're doing this and we're making moves, this, that, and the third. If the mentality was more of that, unless nobody sees us, this, that, and the third, then I feel like we would get a lot further. Because you know what I'm saying, nobody wants to even really be associated with somebody that's just always, woe is me, nobody sees me, complaining about shit. Like, make some shit happen, like make it the place to be. So that's my perception on it, man. I don't even look at it like we overlooked or whatever. It's a lot of stuff here, so it's no reason to really be overlooked for real, you know what I'm saying? And when the right eyes and the right people get here, they see what's here, and they make the most of it. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I know you was at Defiant too, bro.
Yeah, from the really before the beginning, like even when the idea was incepted, I was basically there for real, from the day it opened to the day it, closed. So yeah.
All right, tell me about that journey, man. Like, how was it like when you first got there and everything? Like,
it was that time in my life was just so crazy. Like, it was the pandemic for most of it. So it was a time I feel like that was needed. It was a time where I could like really lock in and like hone my skills. Like I feel like I was a pretty good engineer, pretty good producer during that time, but like just the repetition and the everyday doing it all day, every day for any and everybody, like that really allowed me to like sharpen my skills and like to be under the mentorship of like, Gabe, who was the first chief engineer there before I took the position or whatever. Just to be able to learn under him and to, just really sharpen my skills and become better. That was like my pruning period, I feel like, where I just locked in and just got better. So yeah.
Like, what happened? Why did it close down? That was one of the top studios in the city. Like,
man, I can't even really speak on it too much, just out of respect for land and everybody involved. I can speak on I guess like a month or so before it shut down, I decided to resign from the position just because just while I was there, it was a lot of great times and a lot of great stuff, and I enjoyed the time there, I enjoyed the experience, but I felt almost like a shark in a fish tank. And it was like, I wanted to be able to grow and take advantage of opportunities that were outside of that place, but it was just like, there was so much that needed my attention there, that it was like, I wasn't really able to grow and take advantage of other opportunities because of, dealing with certain situations and things that were, going on at the time. And, like I said, there was so much potential and untapped things that I really feel like Defiant could have taken advantage of had, situations been different. But I don't take anything from the journey. I'm grateful for my time and experience there. I'm grateful for it even being there, and just the amount of lives we were able to touch. There were so many people that came in not knowing nothing about how to engineer, how to produce, and people now, I go into other studios, Good People's and Verify, whatever, I might see them running sessions and making beats, and it's just to be able to have that effect on somebody else's life to where they had a passion for this and didn't know how to, and then you pour into them and see all the great things that they're able to accomplish after that. It's just that's enough of a blessing for me to say that that's justified. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It could have been more, but for what it's worth, I feel like Defiant definitely left its mark on this area. You know what I'm saying? Just the impact that we had on people, and from here now it's just for us to take it even further. Everybody that has something to do with it to go on and do great things, and Defiant is always going to be a special place in everybody's heart, I feel like. So
yeah, for sure. All right, tell me about the day, man. Where were you? What were you doing when you got your plaque? When you found out you got a plaque,
man, where was I? Shit, I don't even remember when matter of fact, I got a call from I think it was Zay Bands called me or whatever and just told me it went #1 on Billboard, and I had seen it posted on Trey's IG. But that was just crazy, to just even be a part of something like that, to even make the album is such a big thing, because it's just for people who don't produce, or even for producers who are just getting into it, to make the album is so crazy, because literally there's so many producers and songwriters shooting just to get a spot on the album. You know what I'm saying? And not even mind you, the people locally that you deal with, you got 50 other states, you got however many other countries, and people are literally submitting, trying to get on a project. So it's just to be able to get on the project, one, is a blessing. But then for that to go #1 on Billboard was it was even more of a blessing for real. And it was more of a blessing, I feel like, in hindsight than I feel like in the moment, because a lot of times I feel like the industry has conditioned me to be a person to where it's okay, stuff happens, all right, cool, but what's next? You know what I mean? Always chasing that next thing, trying to figure out what else is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, to put my stamp on it. But it's in hindsight, I look back at that and I'm damn, I really did that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great feeling, and I don't know, I can't even really put it into words or express really you know, the magnitude of like what that was, but it was just a great moment, a great feeling, and now it's just like, all right, bet we did that, so it's time for another one. You know, I'm trying to have my wall full of them for real. So,
what's your biggest goal for this year, bro?
My biggest goal for this year really is just to tap in with more local artists, and like really try to break an artist, get some more singles. I got a publishing and distribution company, so I just want to lock in with some artists, put out some singles through my distribution, through my publishing company and whatnot, and just invest more into the talent that's out here. Find some new artists to work with, and just, I don't know, just see what happens for real. I'm not really locked into any results of anything. I just want to like just try a whole bunch of new stuff with new artists, and you know, stuff that makes sense, stuff that doesn't make sense, like rock with people who don't have a footing in it, people who are established, just, I don't know, just work for real, and just try to find that next artist that I feel like can, you know, go out of here and just do some crazy stuff. So,
who's some artists in the city you rocking with?
Man, oh God, I hate when people ask this question. I feel like I start naming people, and then as soon as this interview is done, I'm gonna be like, oh damn, I should have said. So beforehand, before it even, if I forget anybody, like, my bad. But if we work, you know. But right now I've been rocking with my dog, my day one, 1300 Lico. He signed to Chart Champs with Fat Cat and them. He's going crazy. He got a whole bunch of unreleased music that's probably gonna drop this year. Rocking with let's see, Justice R. She's a dope songwriter. Yeah, she's so fire, man. Like, she actually knows how to put together a song. Like, a lot of people don't understand the art of building a song. She gets it. Let's see, who else? My boy Brose Wavy. Shout out to him. Jada, she's a dope artist, like an alternative rap rock type artist. She's real dope. I think she signed to Chart Champs as well, or she works with Fat Cat and them. Shout out to my girl Vibe. She's a dope songwriter, singer. She's gonna have some music dropping this year. But there's definitely a lot of talent out here that I'm tapped in with. A lot of people I haven't worked with that I want to work with this year as well. So yeah, man, we just gonna make it shake. We're gonna make it do what it do.
What's more important, bro? The song or the visual?
That's a tough one. I mean, I feel like the song, personally. Maybe that's just because I'm old school, I don't know, but like, the song gotta be right, bro. Like, a cool visual is, I guess, gonna help the song, but if the song is trash and the visual is cool, for me, it's not gonna cut it. Like, gotta have a dope record for the video to even carry, for the song to do anything. I feel like your record at some level has to be dope, so I say the song.
You feel like Richmond part of the DMV?
Yeah, why not? DMV is DC, Maryland, Virginia. Like, it's not DC, Maryland, Northern Virginia. So, I mean, I'm like, at this point, yeah, we are. If we want to be, if we don't want to be, then we're not. But I mean, I don't know.
You think it's better, like, marketing wise, like, for artists?
Yeah, I think so. Cause I mean, like, the DMV, like I said, Virginia is already in the name, and it's already an established type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, rather than go against the grain and try to be different, like, you know, like, it's our area. So, like, why not rep it? Like, I'm gonna rep DMV. When I go to Atlanta or whatever, I say I'm from Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, like, oh yeah, DMV. Even if, like, nobody separates the Richmond is below Northern Virginia, so y'all are not a part. Like, to everybody else, it's DC, Maryland, Virginia. So, like, that's how I'm rocking with it. I don't care.
All right, so look, what's your hardest song that you produced, and what's your hardest song that you made?
The hardest song that I produced. I think my favorite song that I produced was probably Late by Black Youngster. Me and Land did that jump. That was like my first major placement for real. But that song is like probably one of my favorites. Hardest song. I mean, the Sleepless Night song I did on Trey's album, like, I think that one was one of my personal best just because I wrote and produced it. So it was like, that was like the first time my artist had like took a whole song from me. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I hear this beat, I like it. It was like the whole idea that you present is like, okay, I'm gonna rock with that, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna add to it. Like, so I feel like that's like, yeah, that's probably, those two are my favorites, I feel like.
Okay. All right, bro. Any female artists that you want to rock with in the city and like major that you want to collab with?
In the city, I definitely want to work with Mia Money.
Okay.
That's the girl with the wheelchair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's fire. Like, she's dope. This other girl. She's light skinned. It's like HRMONI. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I've been seeing some of her stuff on Instagram and stuff like that. She's dope. It's a lot of dope artists out here. Dope female artists. What's another one? Like when I start naming names, I just start forgetting people. Let me see. This is another girl named Jazz. I don't know her artist name specifically, but I saw one of her freestyles that she put out. She's dope. But I feel like really what a lot of the artists out here need, and especially like the female artists need, like someone to artist develop them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a songwriter and a producer, a vocal producer, like somebody that can actually work with them and bring the best out of them. I think is what like a lot of the artists in the city need, especially the female artists, because like being a female in the industry, like I feel like eyes are already on you anyway if you're attractive, like, you know what I'm saying, woman anyway. But to have a record that actually sticks with people, like it's an art to doing that. It's an art to creating that. And you know, not to say that people can't do it on their own, but if you have somebody who's already you know, trained or like knows what it takes to make that type of record, I feel like it's easier to put it together and a record will have more longevity, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. But those three artists I definitely want to lock in with before the year's out. Also, Lonnie B's daughter, Alexis Battle, she's dope too. She's a dope singer and songwriter as well. We got, you know, it's difficult when it feels like nothing is working, like nothing is shaking, like nobody is paying attention to you. Just keep grinding, keep working, because there's always eyes on you. Even when you don't think anybody is watching, like it's people watching. Like even your haters are watching, just trying to figure out what your next move is so they can up it or whatever. So never stop working. Never let your emotions get in the way of business. Like never let your emotions trick you out of a situation, but also to always like know your worth in a situation and make sure that you don't let people carry you or take advantage of you, or make sure people recognize what you bring to a situation as well. So those are just the most important things. Always work your hardest. Always know when to separate personal from business, and yeah, that's really the two most important things I feel like.
Yeah. And look, what was your biggest accomplishment last year, bro?
My biggest accomplishment last year, I don't know. It was so much that happened last year. I feel like the Pusha T record with Fresh Porter, that was probably like the one that I was like most shocked about, because I was just like, damn, like Pusha T got on one of my beats. that was a dope moment. I put together a writers camp. I took some songwriters and producers from Virginia out to Atlanta for a week, and we worked and networked out there, made a lot of records and references. I was really proud of that experience. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to be grateful and proud of last year. But like I said, I'm to my detriment sometimes too. It's just like I can't even really see it in the moment, because it's just like, all right, what's next? Like, how can I top this? How can I be better? What's the next thing I'm gonna do that's gonna be able to put me on the map even further, or benefit, you know what I'm saying, the people that surround me. So sometimes what I'm working on this year also is like being mindful and like celebrating every win, and just being in the moment and appreciating everything as it comes, rather than like just letting stuff kind of like fly by, because it's like, okay, now I feel like I need to be on to the next or whatever. Like being able to bask in a moment and appreciate it for what it's worth, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, that joint you did with Chop going crazy right now too, bro.
It is. That shit's going.
Like that joint going crazy.
I think his album's supposed to be dropping next month too. So yeah, me and him got a lot of records. Matter of fact, I'm working on a producer album right now, and I got a song with him and this artist from Atlanta. Her name is Big Homie Tiny. Mm-hmm. She had a song on TikTok that went viral. It was like, watch my ass cheeks shake like jelly. I don't know if y'all heard that shit, but it went hella viral though. But I got a song with them too on the producer album that's gonna go up. It's gonna go crazy. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I might get you to drop a snippet or something like that, joint on the page or something like that. But yeah, Chop going crazy, so I'm excited to see what he do. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he get the push that he need to really like break through and, you know, really be a staple, you know what I mean, from Richmond in the industry for real. So, but yeah.
You feel like the city really support him, or?
I feel like the city support him more than they've supported anybody else. So, but I feel like the support of the city, like as much as people make it out to be so important, like it is important, but at the same time, like there's more to it than that. It's like, I feel like in order to really take it off to the next level, it has to be a perfect storm of like your city rocking with you, yeah, but like, you know, a lot of times with this market specifically, it's like it has to pop off somewhere else before really here takes on and pushes it. And I'm not really sure if we're gonna be able to reinvent the wheel with Richmond and be like, okay, yeah, Richmond's gonna push our artist to next level, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, he's gonna have to have, I don't know what his album is sounding like, but the label, whatever, gonna have to put him in a situation where he can capitalize off of, you know, making it other markets. And then once that, you know what I'm saying, pops off and he gets to a certain level, then Richmond is gonna push him even harder, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he has what it takes to make it happen though, for sure. Like, he definitely has the work ethic, you know what I'm saying? He be recording like a motherfucker, he shoots visuals, and you know what I'm saying, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying, as long as he can stay focused and, you know what I'm saying, keep working. I feel like, you know, he'll be the one to break through. So
What's next for you, bro?
Bro, like I said, I'm just working, bro. I'm just trying to keep working with more artists in the city. Just find the next, you know, the next potential, I don't want to say the next chop, but just the next person to break through for real. I also want to like invest more time into finding like other songwriters and producers, because I feel like songwriting is a lane that a lot of artists out here like overlook, being that like you could make a song and put it out for yourself and it might blow, or you can shop a whole bunch of like hooks and references and like maybe get it to a bigger artist and make an actual bag off of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's really one of the things I'm also trying to do, is not just only invest time into the artist, but try to find people who are into the art of songwriting and like, or interested in wanting to become songwriters, make references and shop them out. I want to maybe sign a couple producers and just, you know, just go crazy for real. Like, you know, that's really what I'm trying to be on, just offering more opportunities that I have to other people that I feel like are talented, that are worthy, that, you know, that work hard, and, you know, just keeping the blessings going. I feel like when you offer opportunity to people and you make, you create situations for other people, it only allows God to open more doors for you. You know what I'm saying? The more doors you open for other people. So this year I just want to try to, you know, be a resource to people and, you know, make some shit happen for real.
Yes, sir. Hey, you got any shout outs, bro?
Man, just shout out to Richmond, for real. Shout out to whole Richmond. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to, like I said, Fat Cat. Shout out to 1300 Lico. Shout out Brose Wavy. Shout out to RVA News and Culture. Shout out to Brand, you know what I'm saying, for creating this platform. Yeah, I feel like you don't really even get your flowers for real, because it's like people don't respect the platform, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants what the platform brings, but nobody respects the work that it takes to build the platform, you know what I'm saying? And we had a conversation before, you've been doing this for a while, you know what I'm saying? You said, what, every day for how many years, doing 10 posts a day, like going crazy? So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, definitely shout out to you for even creating this platform to be able to, you know, for people to be seen, to be heard. And definitely in the coming year, I just feel like it's gonna go up to another notch. So if you're not tapped in with RVA, I don't know, man, shit, shout out to whole Richmond, shout out to RVA News and Culture, man. We in this bitch, you hear me? Let's go.
Hey, RVA News and Culture, man. First interview of the fucking year.
Let's get it.
We out.
Let's go.
In love with my vices, they like diamonds, they so blinded. But my heart is rolling like it's never perfect timing. Sex, money, and drugs, all my demons I can't find it. My heart lost for you, and no, I cannot even hide it. In love with my vices, they like diamonds, they so blinded. And then you can't feel the thing, drugs in my body. I smoke Mary Jane and easy pain. Rage in my body, I shit all through my veins.